Hot off the biggest gaming news of the year, which saw Rockstar Games delay the gargantuan Grand Theft Auto 6 to almost a full year from now, May 26th, 2026, the company behind GTA and Red Dead finally released the second trailer for the long-anticipated sequel to 2013's Grand Theft Auto 5. Here are the 3 biggest things we learned from Trailer 2 and what questions still remain. Grand Theft Auto 6 looks incredibly impressive. Now, with 2 glimpses at what awaits players, this modern-day take on Vice City is incredibly high in fidelity, density, and artistically full of some amazing vistas and great character designs. Really, this shouldn't come as much of a surprise, seeing as Rockstar's most recent game, Red Dead Redemption 2, also seemed to be a title that would really push the contemporary hardware of the time to its limits. For as great as that game looked, you really needed an Xbox One X, the revision of that gen, to get the game running in true 4K on console. But what many players may have missed after the nearly 3-minute Trailer 2 reached its conclusion is that everything we've seen of GTA 6 in this recent look was actually running and captured on a base PlayStation 5 console. With other game demonstrations in the past, we've seen disclaimers this generation and even during the PlayStation 4 generation specifically highlight when trailers use the revisions of these consoles, often marking captured on PlayStation 5 Pro or PlayStation 4 Pro. But here, GTA 6 makes it clear that the technical prowess on display from Rockstar is taking advantage of the original PlayStation 5. This may come as a bit of a shock to many, especially those who thought they would need a PlayStation 5 Pro if they want Grand Theft Auto 6 to be the best it could possibly be. So if you're impressed with the fidelity that's on display here, there's really no need to run out and grab a PS5 Pro for the game. We'll have to see officially once launch hits, but seeing this confirmed to be captured on PlayStation 5 is very impressive. Next up, let's talk a little bit about the story. While the first trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6 kicked off from the perspective of co-lead Lucia, this trailer kicks off from Jason's perspective, working jobs around town, setting the tone as well as he heads over to pick up Lucia from her release from prison, presumably following her in-prison psychological assessment from the first trailer. Once the two of these characters are reunited, the trailer shows them embracing a life of crime, aiming to find a way to fit into the luxurious side of society in Vice City. Through this montage of nightlife and working their way through town, this introduces us to a variety of characters our main duo will likely be collaborating with as they work their way up the criminal social ladder, likely running jobs for some of them, or maybe even betraying them down the line. Now, the last thing we really learned out of Trailer 2 is how the game is looking to be shaping up in comparison to Grand Theft Auto 5 in a couple of ways, but specifically when it comes down to tone and scope. Grand Theft Auto 5 saw a hyper-satirical story about life in the United States, and while Rockstar's staple satire will of course be present here, and it is featured in the trailer, it takes a bit of a back seat this time. Compared to early Grand Theft Auto 5 trailers, which focused on Michael talking about his midlife crisis, his reasons for moving to the city, why he sort of fell out of love with it, and the general cynicism he sort of painted for the approach to Grand Theft Auto 5's launch, this trailer for GTA 6 really leans into passion and luxury. The desire these two characters have for a better life and working together to achieve their ambition feels a lot more scrappy and something people can get behind compared to the cynical, retired, one last job story of Michael and Trevor as they try to guide Franklin into a life of crime. Coming off Red Dead Redemption 2, a Rockstar story that is steeped in character drama, high stakes, and set pieces that were intimately emotionally charged, many fans of Rockstar have expressed a desire to see that type of Rockstar storytelling translate to Grand Theft Auto. So far, this trailer seems to be leaning a bit further in that direction, thanks to the prominence of the love these two characters share and what a life of crime could bring to that relationship. Yes, we see some extraordinary and bombastic set pieces in here, like hijacking an 18-wheeler Fast and Furious style, or even fist fighting by the landing gear of a mid-flight airplane like we're Nathan Drake. But at the center of it all are these two, specifically 2, not 3, characters who do feel grounded in this presentation. So that brings us to the questions that remain after Trailer 2. While we're all eager to see gameplay, and gameplay will likely answer some of the questions we still have, it's worth noting that Red Dead 2 had one more story-based cutscene-filled trailer before Rockstar did an official full gameplay blowout. Now that we've had a trailer that leads with some perspective from both Lucia and Jason, just how much of the game is split and shared between them? Will we see Rockstar repeat their strategy from GTA 5, allowing players to switch between the multiple playable characters at will? Or, well over a decade later, are things going to be more dynamic? The extent to which Jason and Lucia are different from one another also remains to be seen. Is there truly a difference between how the characters feel to play? Are either of them more proficient in something than the other is? Will there be an advantage to choosing one over the other, or maybe even impact the story? We'll need to see official gameplay of both characters and hear straight from Rockstar, but as of right now, it is easily one of the biggest questions on our minds. Now, the other one. The playground of Vice City looks massive. It's rich with detail and tempting chaos to dabble with, but all of that is only going to be cranked up to 11 in Grand Theft Auto Online. GTA Online wasn't even properly revealed until after Grand Theft Auto 5 got its own single-player gameplay presentation. But the world is very different now than it was back in 2013. The online fandom has a whole lot of questions about progression, what'll happen to their current online character, and what a follow-up to this PlayStation 3 and 360-based multiplayer offering even looks like. We will sadly just have to wait and see. So what are your biggest takeaways from the second trailer of Grand Theft Auto 6, and what are the biggest questions you have for what comes next? Be sure to let us know what you want to see out of GTA 6 next, and as always, you can stay tuned to Game Rant for more videos like this.